Get everything all good and going here. Start the stream off strong, hopefully. This is round 5 of GRINDtoberfest. How's it going, everybody? Rob vonShoe. Hope you guys are doing most excellent. Today's arena is 6-star Omega Red. He is the sub-featured champion. He's basic. But I'm still going for top 100. Get that shiny awakening on the 6-star I've got already. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is round 5. The first round was Hyperion. Wound up going for the featured 6 there. Wound up getting the 6-star, which is pretty cool. Second round was Crossbones. I wound up having to bail day 2. Round 3 was Jabari Panther. Wound up getting the brand new 6-star that way. I'm counting Red Deadpool as a full featured arena because I've grounded the arena. Took a couple days off. Got some sleep because Lord knows I needed some sleep. Now we're back at it with back-to-back grinds. Omega Red for round 1 and Anti-Venom for round 2. Hope you guys had a most excellent weekend, and hope the week is off to a good start. We are midway through October now, which is freaky. Got a lot of stuff coming up here the rest of the month, of course, with Halloween capping off. Going to keep going with GRINDtoberfest. Have a couple of grinds this week. Next week is a mystery for the featured, but Silver Centurion as the basic, which is pretty nice as well. And then we got Null the week following. I believe it's a basic arena as well, or a selector as well for the basic arena. We got Act 7.3. Well, I'm dead. Had 7.3 that just came out yesterday. Had people 100%ing completing it already. Congrats to those guys. I have not started yet myself. I'll probably get to it eventually here sometime in the next couple of weeks. Probably before Cyber Weekend at the very latest. But priority number 1 is the arena. You get a bunch of cool loot for finishing and then exploring 7.3, no doubt. But I'd rather focus on champs that I know I could get. Not like 100% sure, but at least, you know, like you put up enough points, you're going to get that 6-star. Or 5-star. I'm undecided. I don't know, I've been looking at a lot of Null gameplay, or for when he's on as a defender, and Anti-Venom, now that people have them. And they look cool. And, you know, they can do things, but I don't know if they're, like, make or break, you know, in the same way that, like, Hercules was, or in the same way that Kitty Pryde is. I don't know. I got to check out more gameplay. So right now, the plan here is to rinse through as many 6-stars as I can. 5-stars are still on cooldown. They're going to be coming up again here pretty soon in a bit. But in the meantime, get the 6s. That way they're back off of cooldown tomorrow morning for another round before work. And hope for the best. I gotta say, if anybody's ever remotely interested in doing a GRINDtoberfest of their own, whether it's in November, December, or whatnot, I wish you guys the best of luck. It's humbled me greatly. I have I think I've definitely overshot in terms of what's reasonable or what could even be a good stretch goal. But you know what? We're halfway through the month and I'm still going, so just gonna keep on trucking. Last stream here was the cereal stream, which is pretty cool. We had not Booberry, it was Frankenberry cereal. Starting to work on some of the Halloween seasonal stuff. Count Chocula the week before that, and we got Booberry coming up this week. So it was always a fun time just chowing down on some nummy cereal stuff that, you know, haven't had for years and years and years. So if you guys are free on Sundays or Mondays, Sundays usually. That's what we got going. I said Monday at the top of the stream, didn't I? Today's Thursday. I have no idea what day it is. Jacob says, "What's up, Rob?" Howdy, Jacob. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing this fine day? Joy, dang, I missed the 6-star anti-venom. Domino dupe instead. Well, I mean, a 6-star is still a 6-star, so, I mean, grats on getting a 6-star domino nevertheless, right? You gonna keep trying to go for anti-venom and crystals or arena, or wait and see what happens next featured with Null in there? Asho saying hello, hello. I'm waiting to see a fully shaved Rob. You know what? If I wind up getting a Rich the Man style sponsorship from Manscaped, then I'll do the full Rich the Man treatment. I'll have the full on pointy goatee and twirl of my mustache. Either that or I'll do just a full-on Wolverine, right? Shave the goatee, shave the mustache, and just have these massive mutton chops. That would almost be more fun. I don't know. I'd put it up to a vote. Top style is what happens. But, I mean, that's just getting ahead. Getting way, way, way ahead. That would be pretty wild, though. I haven't been fresh shaven in years. It'll be like I'm 18 again. When I used to tell that joke, it's like, I'll be like when I'm 10 years old again. But the older I get, the farther I got to move that date out. Ah, well. So what's new, guys? How are you guys doing? How is the week going? How is the weekend coming up looking as well? Always interested in stories, plans, so I can live vicariously through you guys. I'm grinding for Omega Red 6-star 2. What do you think is the cutoff? Well, first off, good luck. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the board. I think we should get him. I don't think the cutoff is going to be anything too crazy. I would be surprised if it gets out of the 50 million range. Not that he's a bad champ. He's still a very good champ. I think a lot of people are going for awakenings and stuff too. The thing is, though, Omega Red has been around for a long time. And I think since Omega's kind of taken a bit more of a backseat to APOC for Alliance War. I think that will help with the scores as well. So I'm shooting for somewhere in the 50s if I wind up having time to put up some more points. So yeah, of course I'll put up some more points, but somewhere, like I said, in the mid-high 50s probably. Uh-oh. Because the highest cutoffs have been Odin and who was it? Strife, right? Strife was like 63. Odin, I think, was 66. But those were brand new champions. And then Odin especially, he's got that super useful synergy to make people Norsemen. So that's why he went as high as he did. That's my guess. Anti-Venom, though, is... I'm not sure. I would be positively shocked if he breaks records. Positively shocked. Because he's interesting. But I don't think he's like... I don't think he's that good. You know? Like, I'd put him on the same level as, like, Spidey 99. Where he's got uses, sure. But, I mean, there's other science champions out there that kind of do what he does already, you know? But he looks cool, so, I mean, that counts for something. Boink. Goatee's getting bushy. I'll probably try when null drops again, but I need to save some units for the gifting event. Yeah, that's going to be here before you know it too, man. It's wild. The year's already wrapping up. It's one of those things where it still feels like it's just starting up. Feels like that for me, at least. Where it's like, hey, we just got through 2020. Whole new year ahead of us. And then life's like, nah, dude. We're going to keep on moving. Ah, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'll ask you guys this. What do you guys think the cutoffs are going to be? Pivoting back to that. So let's see, what other news is out there? We got the teaser for the teaser trailer for The Batman. That's supposed to be coming out on, what, the 16th? So, Saturday? Strange day for it. So that'll be interesting. Got told that the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye are coming out on Thanksgiving. Also interesting. In addition to a GRINDtoberfest, I'm also doing Inktober. Everyone seems to have a clever name for October, but I'm doing Inktober, which is a ink drawing every day. You can find those on Twitter. A little this and a little that. Otherwise, just trying to maintain positive spirit. Because day one is always the easiest for grinds. Always the easiest. It's like the old, I like Anti-Venom's animations a lot. Those claws, though. Yeah. Reminds me of the that old video, old meme with his salad fingers. An old video from like a decade back. More than that. But he's an interesting character. And then he's got, all the different, like, specters that pop out during his special 3. Incinerate immune, poison immune, I think. Which ain't bad. Definitely ain't bad. Dan says, I tried Drunktober, but I had to go to work. Did not last long. Well, Drunktober always winds up going hand in hand with Sober Fast Tober. Or running to the store for some Gatorade Tober. But man, I'm not big on pumpkin spice, but there still is a bunch of like nummy seasonal brews out this time of year for fall. I am mighty tempted to have a proper Oktoberfest stream. Like somewhere closer to the end of the month, maybe like during the Null Arena or something. Pour myself a proper drink. I have to look at the different bylaws because I know on YouTube they get finicky with stuff like that. But hey, could be good. Could be good. Question of the evening, of course, over here on the left. How many points would you consider to be a casual grind? Some people are like, yeah, couple million points, that's casual. Other people are like, yeah, 15, 20 million points, that's casual. And then crazy people are like, yeah, like 50, 60 million, that's casual. But what is casual to you guys? Now, me personally, of course, even though I live and breathe in arenas, casual to me is like 5, 10 million. Something just doing passing just for funsies. But, you know, I don't worry about keeping to a schedule. I don't worry about, you know, refreshing champs or, you know, throwing champs up as soon as they come off a cooldown. Nah. Yeah, it's just whatever. A couple points here, a couple points there. Keeping it simple. Certainly not something to lose any sleep over. And that's where it gets tricky. Because inevitably, at some point over the 3 days, if you are keeping up with cooldowns, something is going to wind up cutting into a sleep schedule. Dan says, with my roster, I can only get to about 10 to 15 million in the featured, so it's just me playing when I can. It's solid. I mean, that is, for me, that's kind of why I enjoy Arena as much as I can, is that it really is whatever you invest into it, you know? I enjoy Arena because I wind up getting to play all of my champions, which I'm not able to in any other game mode. And yeah, I put up a couple points here, a couple points there, wind up getting some freebies, some milestones, and some couple of shard prizes as well. I got the same sentiment about as you do about Anti-Venom. That, plus factoring in a community that's already tired after serial grinding for Kitty, Nimrod, Hyperion, Jabari. And yeah. And knowing that Null is coming up too. Because I think people are going to still be more excited for Null than Anti-Venom, just on account of who he is. Null, I think, is an interesting character, but we'll have to see how effective he is as a champion for offense. But I really think the who's who of the champ is going to sell nulls and null crystals. Plus, Lordy knows who the 2 Eternal champions are going to be next month that they had hinted at. And then whoever the Spider-Verse champion is for December. Still hoping for Kraven. We'll see. Dash popping in saying, yo, what up, bud? Howdy. Welcome. Happy Thursday. And happy Thursday to all you guys, too. Hope you are all most excellent for wrapping up the week here. Let's do that. I'm hanging in there. I'm still in high spirits. Of course, day 1 always helps to be in high spirits because it's day 2 is kind of always where it's at. The real meat and potatoes of it. But, you know, I'm hoping that this grind is better than the last couple. The Hyperion grind was awful. So far, that was just far and away the worst grind, just right off the bat. Jabari was kind of rough too, because I was still really tired from the Hyperion grind a couple of arenas back. But now that I got a chance to get some R&R over the Thor Rags, I'm hoping that makes Omegas a lot easier. Stress-wise, at least. I think I'm going to take a break from MCOC. Kind of almost gives me stress every time I think about it. I think it's time for a break. Honestly, well, I mean, it would be sad to, you know, see you go. But for now, I 100% understand that sentiment, though. And if the game is getting to a point where it's causing you stress, where you're, like, thinking about it in negative ways when you're not playing it, or where, like, you logging in either a couple times a day, logging in each day, you know, whatever it winds up being for you and, you know, anybody else out there. If it gets to that point, it's like, nah, I gotta like cut it back. Because it's, at the end of the day, it's a game, right? And if you're not having fun with it, or if it's, you know, not relaxing or enjoyable, a break would be awesome. I've taken breaks from the game before, and you know, I go and I do other stuff, and I'm extremely happy because I'm doing other stuff. But then it gets to a point, at least my experience so far, I get to a point where I'm like, hey, let's go play again. Let's go play for fun. And then the game's fun again, you know? So, it's always good to take a sabbatical. Taz popping in. What up, Taz? Snagged out Omega Rob. How's it going? Cheers. Yeah, that's the goal so far. That is the goal. Get them silver stars. It's going pretty okay so far. I gotta say, I mean, day one so far, I would have to say has been pretty casual, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I had work earlier, so as the arena was starting up and for the first good few hours, so I didn't get a jump right as the arena was starting up. So I would say that I'm a bit behind, but there's still plenty of time left to make up any kind of points. And then again, I'm in really good spirits. I've gotten some good sleep the last few days. I wound up falling asleep yesterday on the couch right here, right before the stream started, which is fun. But we're doing good now. Renee says, good luck, bro. I gotta go both rounds. Well, I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. I mean, now is definitely the time to do it, you know. And hopefully you wind up getting top 100 both times and get yourself, go from no Omega Reds to a fully awakened Omega. And then from there, I mean, sky's the limit. He really only needs to be Sig 1 to get that kind of benefit from the degen. So, be a good place to be. Scroll all the way to the bottom. I honestly would have done the grind as well, but I only get one more Sig. Kabam at it again. Yeah, that's the thing. It's strategic, though. It's strategic. Like, I get it. And it is a bummer, right? Because there's a bunch of champs in here in basic where it'd be like, I would love 20 Sigs on those champs. But I get it, because they're like, we want the basic arena to just get more champions in more people's hands. So, like, even going for an awakening on a champion is kind of like, it's not frowned upon, but it's not like tailor suited for either, you know. So I get that, and keep scores somewhat more reasonable. Although I will say this is the last few weeks of semi-reasonable scores in the basic arena. Because as soon as Shang-Chi winds up showing up in basic in a few weeks, the scores there are going to skyrocket just like they did for Featured, and it's just never going to come back down. Because then Shang-Chi is going to be the new standard, right? So if you want a Featured champion, well, that's the score to beat, and that's how you wind up getting the point creep. Fun times. Fun times. Freaking Gilly, man. I hate fighting Gillian. 02 saying, how many points do I need to score for getting a 5-star Omega? I would say probably somewhere in the 20, 30 range, if that. If you give me just a sec, I'll get you a better number. I just gotta check some previous cutoffs, do some quick maths, and there we go. Let me see. Let me see if I can't get something a bit more pinpoint. So I'd say maybe like low mid 20s. Low mid 20s. Because Strife and Odin both wound up going for about 23 mil a piece. But those were like first time appearances again in the basic arena. Omega has been around for a good while. So I would say if you put up low 20s, you have a very, very solid shot of getting him. Not a guaranteed shot, of course, but a very solid shot. Just got a 5-star Nick Fury, and I don't know anything about him, but I heard he was good. Does he need sides? Well, grats on Nick. Yes, he does need the Awakening. He's one of the few champions who 100% needs the Awakening. The Awakening winds up giving him a whole second phase of life. So, like, after you get KO'd the first time, you get a second power bar. Plus, like, crazy extra attack. But he only gets that with a basic Awakening. Outside of that, Nick is really known for big bleed damage. He's got Disorient on Special 1. He goes unblockable periodically. But he really, really needs that at least one sig of Awakening. But grats, bud. Grats on that new pull. Yeah. Yeah, if you got the Awakening gem, then he is arguably the best skill option. Shang-Chi is up there now too, but Nick definitely 100% needs it. Hey, cheers. Thanks, Zero. Appreciate that, bud. Good to have you. And happy to help. What do you think Omega will go for? I'm hoping to go for him too. Good luck to you. Hope to see your name up there as well. Cheers. If it's the 6-star, I would be surprised if it goes out of the 50 million range. So like mid-high 50s, probably. Just because he's been around for a long time, a lot of people have him already. And there are more popular options for mutants in arenas or in Alliance War now. So I would say mid-high 50s probably. Or if you're going for the 5-star, like we were saying, low 20s, just to be safe. That probably is overshooting it, but again, just to be safe. And cheers. Best of luck. What up, Jacob? And a hearty good morning to you too, my friend. Happy Friday. Weekend's almost here. So I still don't know how I feel about Basic Arena nerfing 6-star points. Like, on one hand, it's a major bummer, right? It's a major bummer because, like, you run through your 6 stars and they still have the same, like, 11, 12-hour cooldown, but they only get as many points as a 5. But it keeps scores from being hyper-inflated, too. So it's like a little give and little take. I don't know. I guess. I guess. So who here is all caught up on What If? Season finale was last week. Last week yesterday. Come on, my dude. Oh, that's it for me. Somehow I survived. I got this. I got this. Is there saying any 7.3 live stream coming? I'm considering it. So here's where I'm at with all of that. So I'm going to be finishing out GRINDtoberfest. So I've got the Omega Arena for the first few days. I've got Anti-Venom coming up next. Silver Centurion after that. And then depending on who the featured is next round, I might be going for them as well. My speculation is that it's either going to be somebody like Voodoo, Ghost Rider, or I'm secretly hoping for Void. And if it's any one of those three, then that's a grind right there. Then we got Null and who's it? Black Panther, that buff arena, I think. So a lot of featured arenas. Before we get to Cyber Weekend, I want to have 7-3 100%ed, and I've got the 3 Labyrinth paths due for Karina's challenge. If I do all of those things, and Alliance War season finishes up, I should have enough for a rank 4, which I would very much like to have going into Cyber Weekend. So to answer your question in a very long-winded, roundabout way, I don't know. I need to time things out and see how that winds up. Well, I'm dead. So close. See how it winds up working out. If I wind up going for like the 5-star anti-venom or null, then that buys me some time as well. Come on. Dang it, man. I love Daredevil, but he can be such a noodle. Such a noodle. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Will you compete for a Mega Red 6-star? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going for the 6-star top 100 spot. Hoping to get anywhere between like 50, 55, and 59 million points. Of course, with every grind, if I have time to put up more points, then I will put up more points. My mantra is always, I'd much rather be 5-10 million points over than 5,000 points short. You know, that's what happened to me in the Mangog Arena. I was 102. If I had spent 15 minutes more playing, I would have had him. So, salt. Still salty. I'm just hoping whenever they wind up doing, like, going through and auditing the arenas and getting rid of all the bots, that they wind up, like, handing out the 6-star prizes to the legit players in, like, 101 plus. Because all they got to do then is just find 2 people who cheated in that particular Mangog arena for me, and I get the 6-star. Not to mention, like, people in, like, the Hercules or Hyperion arena or Medusa or Stark Spidey or anything else that's happened in the last couple months. That'd be pretty cool. B. McG says, "What up, man? How's it going, Brandon? Happy Thursday, happy Omega Red Day, and happy round 5 of GRINDtoberfest. How's it going, bud? Sounds like a busy arena schedule. Yeah, dude. GRINDtoberfest does not mess around. Hope you make good scores in every arena. So far, so good. So far, I am 3 for 4 so far. 3 for 4. So I got Hyperion, I got Jabari, and I got Red Pool. Missed out on Crossbones, but out of all the different arenas this month, the Crossbones one was like the most But I appreciate it, bud. Appreciate that. Jacob says, "Thanks, Rob. Hope you got a good weekend as well." I'm hoping so. Hoping so. Starting to get the house decorated a little bit for Halloween. Get some pumpkins. Just have a good time, you know. Start to get seasonally festive. Rohan. Hey, Rob. Howdy, Rohan. How's it going? What's new? It's going, man. Just waiting to be cleared in AW so I can finish my last 2 fights. Hope the grind's going well. Also, hello to Jacob. Yeah, we got a little less than 2 weeks left of the season. And, you know, I'm enjoying this season. I am. I'm actually enjoying this season, which isn't something that I say very frequently. I'm not an Alliance War fan. But the season is going pretty good, so I'm having fun. That being said, I am also very much looking forward to all the loot. All the loot. I just thought of it. I mean, with Alliance we're finishing, if we wind up getting a 6-star Nexus out of the prizes, and I sit on the 2 6-star Nexuses from 7-3, and get the Labyrinth done in Karinas, that's like 4 6-star Nexuses to open in one go. That'd be wild. Now that would be an opening. Watch them all be like memes like Iron Patriot and Groot and OG Cap, instead of champions that I actually need, like a Tigra Awakening or a Mr. Negative Awakening or Void. So I'm saying, I'm really hoping that next week's arena is Void. It would work tonally and thematically with, Anti-Venom and with Mr. Negative, but we'll see. Because I'd be grinding like a madman for that. Like, I'd go for one for sure, but I'd be so tempted to go for him twice. I love Void. Opened 8 featured crystals, and I got and duped Medusa. Nice! I wanted her almost as much as Hercules. I'm so happy so far. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Medusa's a lot of fun. She is a lot of fun. And it's really nice to see that, so much time later, that she still has such a big following, too. But I'm really happy for you. That's really good. That's really, really good. Brendan's not enjoying my season. We're gunning for a Plat 1 finish, but it's looking like we ain't going to get it. I'm sorry to hear that. There's still time. There still is plenty of time, and then, they got the ban wave to go out too. So you never know what happens with that. I know last season 4 Loki got bumped up a tier because of the bans. So it happens. I mean, granted, of course, I'm looking forward to a time when we don't have to worry about needing bans. Or if there are bans that, they're that drastic. Alright, get out of here, Ghost. Beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe that'll be a good question of the day, one of these streams coming up. It's like what the overall sentiment is for Alliance War. Because, like, every time I hear conversations about it or whatnot, like, overall, and just painting in broad strokes, people are always really glad when it's over. Which is a weird thing to say, because it's like, if you enjoy it, you wouldn't be. Or if you're just in it for the loot, then that's a whole nother conversation. Me getting up on my soapbox, I maintain that the rewards for Alliance War season are not worth the requirement needed to get them in the first place. Like, it's not worth the stress or the pots or the boosts or the coordinating, the planning. But again, that's just me. Iron Patriot said you guys have been pulling it off considering the start of the season, so that's nice. Yes, so far this season has been absolutely fire. Absolutely fire. It started off a little rough, yeah, no doubt, but since then we've had some really, really good wars. Arguably the best that the Alliance has ever had. Especially the last couple of weeks. Or the last week, I should say. Nice. If I don't end up getting Hercules, she might go to Sig 200, but for now, definitely rank 3. Yeah, if she's awakened, absolutely rank 3 worthy. Sig 200, I mean, of course, that's personal choice. But she's solid. She's definitely solid. I don't expect bans to push us into Plat 1. We started in Tier 2. We needed some wins to get into Tier 1. To start getting some of that Tier 1 multiplier goodness. But I don't think we're in Tier 1 this season with how many L's we took. Well, there's always next season as well, you know. It's always next season. And I mean, next season is season 30, so hopefully with it being a round number, there's some much needed quality life improvement stuff. Uh-oh. I can't lose to my doppelganger. I'm like, why is Thor hitting like such a noodle? That's right, it's my unawakened 6-star version. That's why. Hey, what's up, B-More? Say much love, Rob. Peace, dude. Hey, you the same, my friend. You the same. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. I appreciate you stopping in, smashing the like, and wishing the best. Cheers, buddy. Well, you get some good Z's, and we'll catch you next time, my friend, huh? Alright, so let's throw up Hyperion. With Massacre Blue. And Sinister Man. Let's see what happens. Well, I guess they're both Incinerate champs, huh? Let's just see what happens. I gotta pay attention. Because sometimes, and I think this is one of those cases, they wind up sneaking a chunkier fight as the third option, where it's like, first option is like easy, the second fight is like and then the third fight is like, it's not a death squad technically, but it kinda is. And that's what I think this one is. It's doable, but these guys outrank me. Slightly better points though for it. And with the exception of Sinister here, quality champs, or it can lay out quality enough damage output. If I can land a hit. Alright, come on, dude. Special me. Special me, please. I don't think I have... Man. I don't think I have it in me to dex a special 2. I mean, I could if I had to, but I'd rather not. Special one is just so much easier to dex. Frickin' noodle, man. Beautiful. That'll work. Come on. Dex, dex, dex. Would be oh man. I was gonna say it would be nice too if this guy had sides on, so the recoil at least would have helped, but got there. It just took half a year. Sinister's concepts was cool, it's just not worth doing. Yeah, I'd say that, and he hasn't aged well. I think if Sinister had... Like, Sinister requires you to get hit like the debuffs that he winds up throwing, or like being able to reflect back, require you to get hit. So he's much more of a defensive champ than an offensive champ. If he had some sort of tune-up that gave him better utility to really benefit with that like heavy charge debuff pause, I don't know, whatever the heck you call it. Like if that was more user friendly offensively, then I think that'd be pretty cool. Stop it. Boltify says, just completed Act 5 on my alt. Congrats. Hopefully they had some Sandman during December when No Way Home releases. I'm excited to see who it could be. I'm hoping it's somebody fresh. Like Sandman would be amazing. Craven, I think, could be a lot of fun. Lizard could be a lot of fun. Not like, let's have another, like Hobgoblin. I don't think I'd be excited for it. It'd be like, here's another dude on a hoverboard. Or New Goblin, you know, since they've got that partnership, they want to bring over the Spider-Man 3 version. So I don't know. We'd have to see. The fact that it's a Spider-Verse champion period, I think is exciting. I think I'm also excited for Craven, just because he probably would have like a big game hunt synergy with Tigra and Elsa, so that would make him fun for synergy purposes. And then hopefully he's got something cool on his kit too. I'm going to unintentionally butcher your name. I apologize. But Sahurni, stopping and saying, what up, Rob? Howdy, howdy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream and happy Thursday. Fun name, though. I'll give you that. Fun name. Even with my intentional mispronouncement. Well, that was quick. So I wound up catching a bit of the tail end of Karate Mike's stream where he was finishing up the King fight in 7-3. And he's got his Diablo at rank 3. It's duped, and he wound up going and getting a solo with his rank 3 Diablo. Now, I know Diablo is pretty good post-buff, and I don't know him as well as I'd like to, or like how to play his kit, but yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty impressed with that. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. So someday when Tier 5 Basic and Tier 2 Alpha runneth amok? I don't know. My old English needs some work. When there's plenty of resources, that's what I'm going for. Yeah, dude would be a very nice rank 3 option. I'll just add it to the list. Because, like, I'm sure for you guys out there, I mean, there's champions you'd like to rank up if you could, if like there were just unlimited resources. There'd be champs that you'd like to rank up just to be able to play at a more competitive level, or, you know, be able to sink your teeth into. Lordy knows I'd want to. Like, my wish list for rank ups is like a mile long at this point. But resources. Beautiful. Nailed it. So I'm hoping for a Cyber Weekend that they've just got a lot of catalysts in the various bundles. Not just the unit ones, but the FTP ones as well. Like, the more rank up materials they got in there, I think the better. So long as they also include stuff like Tier 1 Alpha and Tier 4 Basic, and most importantly now, good lord, Tier 4 Class. Wild. It's wild how fast that goes. Used to have a stash that was like 200 of those deep Tier 4 CC. And then just like that, now we got like 20. Mostly because of like getting kabammed, not getting the one that I need and getting like 20 of everything else. But it's hard to find them, especially in a quantity that you need for bigger rank ups. Oh. Whoops. Beautiful. I've been wanting them to add Quicksilver for a while now. See, that's fun. I wish that they would. I really wish that they would. There's been so many like fan favorite, fan requested characters floating around for like more years than they really should have at this point. And Quicksilver would be fun. I mean, whether it's the comics version or the MCU version or, I don't know, some happy hybrid of the two. Kind of like Loki. Like, that version is the comic version, but he kind of takes some cues from the MCU. Alright. Get out of here, Domino. And that was the shortest incinerate aura I've ever seen. Agent X says, hello. Howdy, howdy. How's it going, my friend? How are you this fine Thursday? Hope you're doing well. Whoops. I'm so used to just like mindlessly attacking some of these dudes. Beautiful. That was lucky. Hit me. There we go. Thank you. It's a shame. I love using Mr. Negative. He is probably one of the most fun champions for me to come out of this year. But that's always an unfortunate thing when I'm using him, especially in arenas, is that these dudes just don't live long enough for him to get going. It's like I want to do that fun Special 2 degen and just watch it absolutely melt, but you know, if you already got KO'd and that's that. Agent X is doing good. War is going well. How are you? I am hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. I mean, for being like day one of a featured grind, I'm in pretty good spirits. I've been trying to get some sleep the last few days in anticipation of this grind and the next one and the next one. But I'm doing all right. I can't complain. I'm hanging in there. It's been a good week. It's been a really good week, all things considered. One of my side projects here coming up is to see if there's a local Oktoberfest. Like a proper local Oktoberfest. I know that they've got some further away, like a good hour drive from where I'm at, but get out of here. Get out of here. But it would be nice to find something closer, too. Because if I'm going to an Oktoberfest, I don't really want to drive home. Or drive that far home. It's almost the weekend. Yeah. Heck yeah. And blink. Do that. Do that. Do that. Beautiful. I'll take it. Sunspotted stopping by saying, yo, hey. Well, yo, hey, back to you, bud. I think that was the extent of our conversation in game earlier, wasn't it? Because I saw you said yo, and then I was like, hey, and it spoke volumes. It spoke volumes. Seriously says, at how many arena points do you feel your soul withering away? It depends. It depends how much sleep I've gotten. Because sometimes I'm like 10, 12 million points into an arena and I'm still like, this is good. I'm doing great. And then there's other times where it's like I'm 3 million points in and it's like, dude, this is going to be awful. This one, so far, the Omega grind is somewhere in the middle. We'll give it time. I'm trying to wait it out. You going for Omega for the dupe or the first time to get him? I'm going for the first time awakening. So I was really lucky to wind up pulling him finally a few weeks ago. But I'm going for the silver stars. Omega is on the short list to be taken to rank 3 at some point, and the silver stars are almost a must-have, you know. Plus, I've gone, 5 stars have been in the game for 4 years? Something like that. I've gone 4 years without getting an Omega. So I'm not going to really trust the crystal RNG to help me out there. The rest of it is just, hoping for the best and crossing my fingers. Sunspot says, thoughts on Roblin? I got him and the 5-star, and I don't know if I should take him up. I have many cosmic ranks up, though. So Roblin is great if you want to make him worthy with Odin. There are a lot of great videos floating around of when Odin first came out, of people making Red Goblin a Norseman. And he absolutely wrecks stuff as a Norseman. Outside of that, though, it's he's not bad, but he's competing in a very, very parabolic field, I'll say, where it goes from Ms. Marvel, OG Ms. Marvel, to Captain Marvel OG, all the way up to you got Hercules, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Corvus just chilling way up here. Sometimes I think some of these new champs are designed intentionally not to be on the even footing with those guys. Which, it makes sense, because that, kind of prevents, power creep, but... Renee says, bro, I must say, you got a voice for radio. You should do a commercial. Well, I appreciate that. I got a face for radio, too. But I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. It's fun. It's fun. I like talking. I have a good time here, hanging out with you guys and punching dudes in the face in game. If something were to ever pop up or cross my path, I'd have a good time doing it, but, we'll see. Till then, I'm just putting up a disgusting amount of points. But thank you. Thank you. I got Odin as a 3 and a 4-star. That's going to be great for most content. Obviously, you can't take the Odin with you to, was it Act 6, Act 7, stuff like that, but... I am very sorry, Ben. I am very sorry. Ben said I waited 1 hour last night for your Thor stream, and I didn't see you. I do apologize. I'm going to start quipping and making jokes and whatnot in a second, but I do apologize. It wasn't my intention. It was not my intention. What I usually wind up doing before a stream starts, just because I'm an old man now, is I wind up taking a power nap. Just, try and stay as perky and fresh for the stream as I can. And I wound up sleeping through my alarm again, which isn't good. But I was dead. I was gone to the world. So I apologize for that again. That wasn't my intention, and I'm sorry to hear that you were waiting. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Almost went for Omega, but I gave up. I'm gonna restart once I become Cavalier. Hey, there you. If you're gonna do that, are you gonna be Cavalier before Monday? Because Omega right now is in the basic arena, so this is already his second run through. So you could, but you got to do it quick. Oh, I'm sorry, Sunspotted. Roblin, and then Angela rank 4, and then all my other Cosmic are rank 2 or lower. No, I got you, bud. No, I got your last two. Yeah, the Odin is going to be great unless you're taking him into, like, closer endgame content in Act 6 and 7 when you can't bring the 3 and 4 star. You got the Angela already. I did miss that one, so, I mean, yeah, that helps an awful lot. But I still stand by what I said with Roblin earlier. He's great as a Norseman, but by himself he's kind of, eh. No, I know you didn't say that. I said that. I said that, Renee. When do I think I'll do 7-3? Sometime in the next few weeks. So right now the priority for me before Cyber Weekend is to get through the rest of... Brilliant. To not crash my phone. Is to get through the rest of GRINDtoberfest. So that's at least another 4, 5, 6-star grinds after this one. 3 Labyrinth Paths for Karina's, and then 7-3. And what that's going to do is going to get me a bunch of new 6-star, 5 and 6-star champs, and then all the materials I need to take somebody up to rank 4, which I'd like to have going into Cyber Weekend. When that is, though, I don't know. I don't know yet. It would be sooner than later if I go for a 5-star null or 5-star anti-venom, because that'll save me a whole bunch of hours. So it might be then. It might be then. But we'll see. I don't know yet. Hopefully soon. I'm going for the Tech and Cosmic crystals, but I'm also debating whether or not to go for Science, because I got a 5-star Mystic and a Science gem, which means if I pulled Piggy, Doom, or Torch, or something like that, I could awaken them, and I'm lacking. I always say, like, for stuff like that, it's always a good idea just to make yourself like a T chart. You know, on one side of the T, just put all the champions you'd be happy getting out of the dual class, and then on the other side, all the champions who you wouldn't, you know? And then whichever's, like, then once you're all done, take a look at it, and if it's agreeable with you, then, you know, keep rolling with it. But otherwise, maybe not. My Jabari arena score was 66 and rank 50 plus. Nice. So I'm guessing the cutoff was probably high 50s then for that. Hey, but congrats on the 6-star Jabari, bud. She's a fun champ. She's a fun champ. And I'm very happy with the 6-star I got in round 1. Good morning and good night. Wow, good morning, good night. Back at you. We'll see you in a bit. Subspot says, and really nice drawing, by the way. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that. I'm having a lot of fun with Inktober. Just playing up the October theme. But every day I've been posting a drawing for Inktober based off of master, whatchamacallit, master prompt. So today's was tick. I post those up on Twitter each day, but then those are also on my Discord as well in the art section. So if you aren't a member yet of Discord, I got a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. It's a great place to ask questions about champs to rank up, who you want to use, but also a fun place for like art and memes and silly nonsense like that. A lot of good stuff. Blarg. Man, what? Man, that toxic aura does not mess around. Hey, Virendra. What up, bud? Hey, Rob and all. Who are the best counters for debuff immune invisible woman? Torch is one great option, I guess, but other than that, your usual assortment of skill champs, so like your Kingpins, your Elsas, your Ronins, people who can shrug off Invisible Woman's debuffs. That helps a lot because that really nerfs her incoming damage. Oh man, there's another one off the top of my head. I forget which champ it is. It's a but someone has a synergy where it's like you get a nice little bonus if you go up against somebody who's immune to debuffs. It's not the Gilly 99 one, the Robot Uprising. Like if you're immune, you get a Fury. But I'm thinking on that one. Or you could always just quake it, bro. No, don't do that. That's dumb. I hate that so much. I hate every bit of that. Falcon, I think, would be a good option because I think Invisible Woman's invisibility is a defensive move. So that would shut down. The other thing too, I mean, I think outside of all of those guys, you could use just about anybody. You would just need to be glued to her timer and her shield. So like when the timer expires, then that means that she could go invisible again. So just do like cautious two hit combos, 3 hit combos, 4 if you're really feeling adventurous, but don't ever do 5 hit combos because you will get destroyed that way. Arena's tough. Yes, it is. I can't grind. Don't have the endurance for Arena. Yeah, the worst part about Arena isn't putting up the points. The worst part of Arena is like the mental fatigue. Like it helps a lot to live stream, for instance. Or, you know, when I'm not streaming, then that's it for me. Or to catch up on like Hulu or watch Netflix, HBO, just watching movies, something helps pass the time a lot. Helps keep you fresh. Drinking lots of water helps a lot too. I think Nick Fury, Gold Pool Synergy, or somebody else makes his bleeds passive, so that can work. And that's true too. Anybody with passive debuffs or passive damage should work out. So a duped Silver Centurion does that now as well, because only the duped version are passive. Anti-miss. So Professor X can work. Yes. Yeah, if he's awakened, then you should be good to go out of the gate. If he's not awakened, he's also a good option. You just got to wait a little bit longer um, for those charges to rack up. It's always something. Hey Zeus, what up, bud? Good night, man. How are you? Will you rank 3 Sigil Witch or Black Widow Clairvoyant? Well, howdy back to you. Hope you are doing well. Happy Thursday. Doing really well myself. Appreciate you asking. I'm in good spirits and, looking forward to the weekend. And again, I hope you're doing good as well. If you're asking for me personally, my Claire is already at rank 3. I would rank 3 Sigil Witch. I don't know if I would rank 3 her Unawakened. That's the thing. Not because I don't think she's good, it's just that there are a lot of other good mystics to rank up as well. But if you're asking advice, if you got both of them yourself and you're kind of on the fence, I would still go for Claire over Sigil Witch, just because the immunities that Claire has is just bonkers, and the easy access regen that she has is super useful. Probably they're both worth rank 3, but I would do Claire first. Y'all beating XK9 or losing? They are a very tough alliance. I don't know. We'll see. It's still early. We still have a little more than half a day to go. But yeah, they are a very tough alliance. No doubt about that. But, fingers crossed. If the last couple of wars are anything to go off of, between For Loki and Relax, then worked out pretty okay. I mean, whether or not that was like us... No, we played really good. I'm not even going to say that. We did play really good. Even if we lost, we played really well. For being an alliance that isn't like built around Alliance War, we did very, very well. We do Alliance War because we gotta. There's enough people who enjoy the game mode, and then, the loot isn't... It's not great, but it's still nothing to really scoff at. Boink. Uh-oh. Come on, Hawkeye. See if Hawkeye gets a buff with the show coming out next month. Alberto asking about the 7-3 exploration. Soon, my friend. Very soon. I got a couple big arena grinds I want to do. I mean, I got the Omega grind right now. Got Anti-Venom coming up next. Silver Centurion after that. So when I do a 7-3 stream, it's probably going to be like bits and pieces, like part 1, part 2, something like that. Might do a little bit off screen as well, but soon, because I want that loot. I want that loot before Cyber Weekend. By the way, it took Doom to rank 2 yesterday. Nice. And his attack value is already higher than rank 3 Havoc. Well, yeah, there is that. He's slaying the EQ Red Goblin. He slays a lot of stuff. He is an absolute unit. There's a reason that people are excited to take him to rank 4. Alright, really loving Scarlet Witch Sigil. I use Claire in Incursions. She's a monster at rank 2. And for the Mystic EQ, she's pretty good. Also, Sorcerer Supreme, really close to rank 3 Hitmonkey. Yeah, a lot of good options. You got lots of good options. But that's tough at the same time. Because meaning you got a lot of good options also means that you got to pick who gets rank ups first, and that's rough. Get ready for that Paradox BS node. I'm going to study up. I got to study up. Just read the nodes over myself, and then, I don't know, maybe catch a video or two of people who have learned the hard way what they do. Because it certainly seems like that is this gimmick this time around. It's like, yeah, we'll just throw Paradox up there just because. Because funsies, I guess. Sure, game, funsies, why not? I don't know. But it's nice to see that people are able to solo King. I probably am not going to get a solo. Not a chance, but it's nice to see that it's remotely plausible. That's cool. Come on. Come on. Alright. I'm just going to keep attacking into this guy until he throws a special one and makes my life a little bit easier. Or not. Or not. Fine. Darkhawk. You goober. Come on. Such a long invisibility too. I almost had it. I hate his heavy attack. Because it's like it decks like the first 3 hits, but then the 4th one just sneaks out of nowhere and still tags me. Any plans for Nimrod videos? Eventually. He's not at the top of my list. Eventually, yes. So kind of what I'm starting to think I'm going to do next month, coming off of GRINDtoberfest, is like a November thank you month, or Thankvember or something like that. I don't know. Some name that doesn't sound really dumb like Thankvember. But it's just like, because like October was so heavily focused on getting champions, I want November to be like me actually playing as them and enjoying them. So I might do that. Make some videos then. But between now and then, not likely. Not as a knock to Nimrod, because he's good. But just time budgeting. Yeah, my rank 3s are Doom, iBomb, Warlock, and APOC. Solid. It's going to be a really good addition. You're going to get this solo on King. He's not bad. Oh, thanks, Alberto. Appreciate that. Paths leading up to him, though, are horrible. Especially the Punisher 29.9 path. Uh-oh. That's ominous. I don't know what that is. I don't remember the node off the top of my head, but that's awfully ominous. For only 49 6-stars, I guess I'd been lucky on the pulls. Yeah. Because usually it's the case you wind up like slowly... What am I saying? I don't know. That's not a good sign. If Rob just launches off on random tangents with no context, it's usually not a good sign. Alright, come on, Corgi. But yeah, just to piggyback off that point there, Jesus. Yeah, that's really solid luck. It's really, really solid luck. Text that. Throw a quick special one before his shield comes back. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Perfect. Next round, Surfer, Purgatory, and Cap. Dream team right here. Paradox node on the path is every 5 hits you get a charge until you get to get 3 defenders is a debuff immune. If you intercept, you lose 1 charge. Oh, that's rough. I hate that they're starting to punish people for like playing optimally. It's like, yo, I know that you're like getting around a bunch of block damage by intercepting, but now we're gonna take that away as well, and you're gonna need to eat blocks. Dang it, guys. Blink. Come on. And then if you don't have the charges, you can't deal the damage. It also has to be a cosmic skill or science champ that can get these charges. Man, they're just adding on. I had started hearing like jokes and memes about some of the nodes on this. Where just like even like diehard people who are big on the game are just like, what is going on? I get that. I get that. Because you can only remember so much at once, right? And that's on top of like the champion or the enemy themselves and the kit that they have and the animation, the timing for all of that. Like that. Dex that. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Beautiful. Alright. Alright. Crack my neck. Wait for the game to not freeze. I mean, that would help, right? Just a little bit. Preferably. 9 out of 10 arena grinders, I'll agree. Frozen games are bad. That 10th guy we just don't talk to anymore, of course. Yeah, that's how that works. Come on. Come on. One of these days, too, I'll need to get on Psylocke's kit. Because I know she just absolutely shuts people down. It's just a matter of getting to that point. Because her damage is still noodly. Uh-oh. Who would you pick from this Nexus? Hood, Gilly, or Jane Foster? Man, that's rough. But I'd go Hood. Hood because he's got the synergies with Ghost and Wasp. Hood, he's also, I think, the most all-around useful utility of the 3 post-buff. But really, I think the synergies are the biggest calling card. Excuse me. Blink. Come on, Domino. Beautiful. And one of the champs is Spider-Gwen. So if she evades before you get the charges and can parry, it's 30% combos to the face. Sounds like a fun fight. So much fun. Doesn't sound like a fun fight. Beautiful. Alright. Alright. Here is the plan. Let's do two things. Let's open up a crystal, because crystals are cool. And then let's go say hey to BG. But first, crystal. So what I like to do here is to put a crystal into the reel and then guess who's going to pop out of said crystal. It's been working out pretty good. Wound up getting Daredevil, calling Classic Daredevil last week. But if you guys want to play along, guess two, throw that into chat. Winner winds up getting imaginary internet cookies. I'm going to guess for this one it's going to be Shang-Chi, because he's there now. Let's go ahead and say it to BG, because he's just starting it up right now. Hashtag Rob Von Raid. Sweet. Go say hey. Alright, and as that's spinning out, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been the Thursday edition, round 1, GRINDtoberfest Part 5. Going for a Mega Red. Maybe next time. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. It's a growing channel, and each and every bit of that helps me out immensely, and I do very much appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow night with another live stream, just keeping on putting up points, just putting up all the points, and, hope for the best. But I'm going to go say to BG, I hope to see you guys over there. But until next time, everybody, I'm Rob vonShoe. Take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well, everyone. Bye for now.